Today I'm going to show you how to replace the headset jack on your Galaxy S4, or if you happen to use a cheap headset and the part broke off on the inside like this one, how you can hopefully get it out of the phone. You can see I'm going in here from the outside with the tweezers, and I just couldn't really get a grip on the part that's stuck inside, so we're going to disassemble the phone partially, pull the logic board out, and then remove the headset jack so we can kind of work on it from the inside. You may not have to go quite as far as I did, but I'll go ahead and show you the full disassembly here. We'll take off the back panel, SD card, battery, and the micro SIM, and then we'll have some screws here that we are going to remove from the back panel. And once you're sure you have all the silver screws removed from the rear panel, you can take a pry tool and work along the edge of the phone. There's a seam here between the front and the metal bezel. You want to do this very carefully and do not put any stress or pressure on the AMOLED display itself. If you do, you can cause some damage. You also want to make sure that you don't pry too far into the phone. Sometimes you can poke around in there, and especially in the areas of the headset jack, power button, and home button, volume controls, you can actually do some damage there if you're not careful. So just take your time, work around here real carefully. Some of these will come off easier than others. This one was a little stubborn, so it took me a little bit longer than normal to get it off. But if you just take your time, you'll see that this thing just kind of pops out all the way around. And once we've worked our way around the majority of the perimeter, you can actually pull the back panel off of the assembly. Again, be very careful down near the charging port. You don't want to pry too deep in that area. They are pretty sensitive. They will not withstand much pressure without causing damage to the inside. And there you can see I kind of made it all the way around. And from here, what we're going to do is go ahead and disconnect some of the flex cables, basically all the ones that plug into the logic board from the main assembly of the phone, including the headset jack itself. And we will have a retaining screw here right next to it. And in addition to that, there's a black screw in the logic board that will have to come out. You can see I started to pry this, but it is actually situated underneath the PCB, so you will need to take the board out in order to remove the headset jack. And I'm still not quite getting this out with the tweezers that I'm using right now. If I switch to a wider pair, I might be able to get a better angle here. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you the full board pull in case you need to do it. So make sure you disconnect all of your flex cables before you take the screw out. And of course, disconnect your antenna wire. And then we have this one black screw that kind of holds the board in place. Make sure you take that out before you start prying anything. And that'll just kind of lift up and route out from underneath those flex cables. And now we've got better access to our headset jack. What I'm going to do is just heat this up a little bit. There is some adhesive underneath that holds this into place. So if you heat it up a little bit, you can usually take something like a screwdriver or an ice pick and just gently pry from inside, and it should pull right off the board just like that. And there is a rubber gasket that kind of goes around the outside. And if you move that out of the way, you'll have a little more access if you're trying to remove a foreign object, which is what's going on here. So you can just kind of peel that back a little bit, or all the way off if you prefer. And at this point, of course, you could just replace the entire headset jack if you have a replacement unit. I'm going to go ahead and was actually very fortunate on this one. I was able to get a grip here on the inside. Now, you see I'm pushing down on the bottom. On a lot of phones, you can actually push through the bottom and force the object out. You do not have that option on this one, so you do have to pull it out from inside. And if I flip the tweezers around here, I actually was able to get a hold of it, and it went flying across the room. You'll see here shortly and there it is. From this point, we'll just reverse the process, get the phone all put together, and you're good to go. If you found the video helpful, hit the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter or Facebook. Post your questions in the comment section below or visit gocellphonerepair.com/forum. Thanks for watching.